What's up, Average Dev fans? Welcome back to another video. And yes, I don't do clickbait. I firmly believe the Honor Magic 5 Pro and the Google Pixel 7 Pro are the two best Android phones of the last 12 months. With a caveat, Samsung fans, calm down, under £1,000. The S23 Ultra is the king of Android devices, but £1,249 starting is £400 more expensive than the Pixel and £300 more expensive than the Honor Magic 5 Pro. So I have pitted these two against each other, from hardware to software, and probably the most important category, photography. So without further ado, let's go. What's up, guys? I just realised while editing the video that I said that I had mentioned at the start of the video I'll be selling the devices. Well, actually I haven't, so you're now near the start of the video. Stay tuned to the end of the video and find out how you can get your hands on either one of these devices, plus some special gifts for a super low price. Stay tuned. Now, hardware seems like as good a place as any to start, so let's start there. The Pixel 7 Pro is a 6.7 inch wide 120Hz Super AMOLED display, and it looks phenomenal. This is a USB-C charged device, as basically all Androids are. That display is Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and rear with a gloss finish. I have the Obsidian variant, black, and yeah, very slippery in the hand. There is no form of friction from the glass, that's for sure. However, the camera visor does give you somewhere to rest your finger when holding it, so it does act as, I guess, some form of grip, if you like. And in that camera visor, there are three fantastic cameras, a wide, an ultra-wide, and a 5x optical zoom lens. The wide angle does give you a 2x telephoto as well. Now on the Honor Magic 5 Pro, we have a 6.8 inch 120Hz Super AMOLED display, ever so slightly narrower than the Pixel, but trust me, the Pixel must be the widest aspect ratio I've seen in a phone. It's only by like 0.1 millimeter, but you just notice it. So the Honor is slightly taller but slightly narrower. It also has a Gorilla Glass Victus front and back. However, the rear of this device is frosted. I have the forest green or emerald green, I can't remember what they called it, but I have the green variant. Also USB-C charging, a triple camera on the rear, very similar to the Pixel 7 Pro. However, this is a wide, ultra-wide and 3.5x periscope or telephoto zoom lens. Is it periscope at 3.5? No, I'm going to say it's telephoto. Periscope to me needs to be 5x or more. Now, as far as how that camera bump slash housing looks, Honor calls this the IMUs, and if I had to decide between either phone's design, I prefer the design of the Honor Magic 5 Pro, but I did wish it came in a white colour. I do think a white vegan leather or a white ceramic back would look perfect on the Honor Magic 5 Pro. So design wise, it's all subjective, but for me, hardware and design goes to the Honor Magic 5 Pro. Now next up, software. We'll start with the easy one, the Google Pixel. Software wise, it's Android 13, as stock as it gets. The home of Android does what it says in the tin. It provides an absolutely seamless experience with all Google apps, Android Auto, Google Pay, everything you can imagine just works seamlessly and instantly using the Tensor G2 chip. Now, while it's not the fastest, it works absolutely fine. I have yet to find any real issues other than slight overheating. Again, we won't necessarily blame that all on software, but the chip has clearly something to do with that. The thermals, you would imagine, are very similar on all these candy bar style phones, but of all the ones I've used over the past 12 months, the Pixel 7 Pro certainly gets the warmest. I won't say it's hot, but it's certainly the warmest to touch. Now the Honor, on the other hand, has Honor OS 7.1 skin over Android 13, and this is as close to a stock Android feeling phone that I've used for quite a while, especially one coming from Honor, the Chinese market. Previous videos I've done cover a lot of Chinese imported phones that have numerous workarounds for Google Pay, Android Auto, push notifications. The Honor Magic 5 Pro is a global release, so no workarounds needed. Google Pay, Android Auto, everything works seamlessly. And because of that, because everything works seamlessly, and this has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, it makes it a cooler to touch, faster and more powerful device than the Pixel 7 Pro. I know what Pixel are trying to do. They want to keep everything in-house now, like Apple, and I admire that, but Qualcomm just have a much better chipset. Arguably, the 8 Gen 2 is better than the A16 Bionic, in my opinion. So the Tensor is well behind those two powerhouses, probably behind MediaTek. So yeah, it's kind of bringing up the rear. Not a bad software experience, as I mentioned, because it is fully stock Android. But for me, because the Honor has stock Android with extra personalization through the Honor OS skin, and it's the 8 Gen 2 chip, I'm going to have to give software and internals to the Honor. Now, the third and final round, if you like, it's not really a decider because the Honor is clearly winning, in my opinion, but photography and videography. The main selling point of both these devices has to be the cameras. The fact that you can get this much photography power from a device under £1,000, I don't see how Sony, Canon, Nikon, any DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, I don't see how they've got a future anymore. If you've got this much power on your device for taking photography, ultra wide shots, zoom shots, 4K video, 8K video, why do you need to spend £4,000 on an A7S III or whatever they're charging nowadays? I just don't think you need to. Case in point, I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro Max to film this video right now. I've taken all the photos and videos you're about to see on two devices under £1,000. And they've got social media and the ability to take calls, unlike digital cameras. So I'm going to leave you with this little photo and video comparison, and I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions, and then we'll fire back to me in the studio / spare bedroom. So this is 4K at 30 frames per second on both phones. What do we think? Again, I walk at around 3.5 miles an hour. Stabilisation seems to be good. We're still in that same tree line, so we're under. Sun's trying to sneak through. Looking at both. Oh, okay. Seemed like the Honor was going to get a bit scared of that sun poking through the tree, but I handled it, the HDR handled it well. I've got to say, on the monitor, the Honor does look better. Just a bit brighter, but not too bright. Nice colours on both. Now, what I can do on both as well, I can move in to their zoom lenses. Let's just have a look. Oh, that was a bit stuttery from the Pixel. That's like 3 times zoom on both. Stabilisation still good. Looking at the screens, the Pixel seems just a tiny, oh look at that detail in the Pixel. And the Honor. I mean, I guess we just take for granted these days how lucky we are to have such amazing phones. Now that was me going all the way back to the ultra wide angles. Again, leave your opinions down below. It's hard because I'm looking at the phone screens. I'm interested to see in post, but I think I give the slight edge, let's put it in the sun, to the Honor, I think. Okay, let's continue on. This is the front facing camera on the Honor Magic 5 Pro. I've said it a million times, an absolutely underrated device. It's a 4K front facing camera, and what do we think? Just to give you an idea, we're in some relatively low light because we're surrounded by trees. The sun is trying to break through. Let's have a look at that sky. Yep, not too blown out. Skin tones look good. How does the mic sound? I think it sounds good. Awesome, let's try the Pixel. Okay, front facing camera, 4K again. Fantastic to see, coming from all these Chinese phones where a 4K front facing camera is rarer than a three-headed turkey. Is that a saying? Don't know. I've just walked into some bright sunlight. How did the front facing camera deal with that? I'm still in the same heavy set tree line. Now let's see, what's the sky like on this? Looking at the screen, it seems like the Honor done better, but we all know what Google's processing and magicry is like. So what do we think? And again, what's the microphone like on the Pixel 7 Pro? So there we have it. What do we think? I think we can both agree, if there's only one of you watching, and we can both agree, outstanding performance from both devices. Now I have sang the praises of the Honor and the Pixel devices in previous videos. The long-term review of the Pixel, I have gone back to this device 3 or 4 times. Photography is fantastic. One thing I have to point out, and I pointed out in the last video, is the Pixel and the Honor both cut out recording after about 15 or 20 minutes, which is a bit of a pain because my iPhone doesn't. So when I was recording a recent video, I hadn't realised the Honor had just stopped recording 4K video on that front facing camera. Anyway, because they both do it, that kind of makes them equal. Conveniently and luckily, they both have a 4K front facing camera, which to me both looked equally as good. If I had to pick between one front facing camera, I'd probably give it to the Pixel just for colour accuracy. Certainly in video. Photos was actually a lot closer. Photos, I thought it would be the Pixel by a clear margin because of the, obviously, Google magic that they do with photos. But no, the Honor held its own. So I think if we go front-facing camera for the Pixel, rear cameras, too close to tell. I know the Pixel has a 5x optical zoom lens, but when you go back, if you do go back to the photos I just showed you, the 3.5x optical zoom lens on the Honor and the 5x hybrid are just as good as the 5x optical on the Pixel, in my opinion. And then that 10x hybrid on the Honor, to me, is better than the 10x hybrid on the Pixel. So yeah, I think as I kind of preluded this segment, and I alluded to before this segment started, you no longer need a dedicated digital camera, mirrorless camera. When you get this sort of photography and video out of a mobile phone, save yourself money. If you've got a digital camera or a DSLR, go and sell it on Gumtree. Get some money back. So overall, I think if I had to choose one, and I'm maybe being generous, but I will give the Pixel the camera round, which makes it 2-1 to the Honor. If you are looking to upgrade your device or you're looking to buy a new Android device, please consider both of these phones. As I sit here right now, you can get the Honor Magic 5 Pro brand new with a watch and a tablet. Yes, you heard me correct. Honor will throw in the Honor watch and Honor tablet for £989. That's all three devices for under £1,000. Also, as I sit here right now, you can get the Google Pixel 7 Pro with Pixel Buds for £749. We have now gone £500 cheaper for the Pixel 7 Pro with earbuds than the S23 Ultra. Again, if you've got the money, the S23 Ultra is the best Android device. Cameras, software, hardware, S Pen. But how much do you use the S Pen? I didn't use it at all, hence why I no longer have the S23 Ultra. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I enjoy doing comparison videos. It's good fun to do. As these comparisons go on though, however, I have kind of noticed that gap between, like when you think of the Pixel 3 XL and most other Android devices at the time, the Pixel was miles ahead when it came to photography. It was basically, do you want Pixel shots or iPhone shots? Whereas now, every Android device, the OnePlus 11, the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, again that's a Chinese ROM but it's coming globally, unbelievable shots. Photography is, yeah, I'm glad that's at the forefront of most mobile phone companies' delivery plan. You can clearly see they're all looking to work towards that, bring in the latest Sony or Samsung sensors. So long may that continue. So I mentioned in a previous video and at the start of this video, both of these devices are now for sale through me. All you have to do is message me on Instagram. You can pick up the Honor Magic 5 Pro with a tablet, with a watch, unused. You can pick up the three devices all in one bundle for £850 through me. First one to message, it's yours. It is a first come, first served basis. I will ship to you, included in that price as well. So yes, I might be losing £140, but that's okay. I like to pass on the savings. With the Pixel 7 Pro, I am not only throwing in the Pixel 7 Pro, I like a bundle. So I will throw in the Google Pixel Watch. Yes, I have it here with a white, they probably call it Stormy White, they call it Stormy White strap. I have that as part of the bundle. Now you can pick up the watch brand new for £340, the phone brand new for £750, so what's that, like £1,100 altogether? That's way too much. How would you like to buy this and the Pixel 7 Pro for £650? First come, first serve, I will ship to you. Message me again, guys, on Instagram. If you want both devices, do the maths. Maybe you do. You can get both devices for £1,500. Pixel 7 Pro, Honor Magic 5 Pro, Pixel Watch, Honor Watch, Honor Tablet, all for £1,500. Yes, I am turning into Del Boy, I know that, but I do genuinely like to pass on the savings, and I'm just going to pop them on Gumtree for a bit more than I'm selling to you. That is a fact. I do like to give back to subscribers. And on that note, thank you for the subscribes. 3,100 now. All the likes on the videos, all the comments on the videos, which I still respond to every single one, even though we're now getting a lot of comments, guys. So again, thank you for that. A recent poll I put up, I'd never done a poll before. I think I've got over 100 votes. That's just really cool to get this conversation continuing on mobile phones and Chinese imported phones. I love it. So, again, you know what to do about this. Instagram me if you're interested. And I am hoping that my next video will be with the Google Pixel Fold. However, that doesn't come for a week. So I need to figure out what I want to do next. Why don't you leave a comment down below with any video ideas you have, and I will try my best to deliver. Until whatever video that is going to be comes out, take care as always, and